All right, so hopefully that works this time. Had some technical difficulties starting the stream today. Looks like it says it's going okay, so let me know if you guys can hear me in chat. So today we're going to be doing exercises to target the arms using dumbbells. So we're going to be going over some of the common mistakes I've run into for myself in the things that get in the way of actually effective muscle growth. Now, if in any of these, they're all good options, but it's finding an option that works well for you and that you can feel a good level of tension and a little bit of soreness after the workout where you've actually built the muscle. That's what we're looking for with these. A lot of options are good options. There are actually very few bad options in exercise as long as it doesn't lead to injury. So that's my goal here, is to help you feel confident going into the gym or working out at home where you know you're getting an effective exercise for your arms. So I want to show you using 2 dumbbells. We're going to start out with what's called a bicep curl. Now this is great for working all the muscles on the front of your arm, both the bicep and brachioradialis, which is more the forearm, this upper portion of the forearm here. So what you're going to do is take 2 dumbbells, feet shoulder width apart, and standing straight and tall. Now, important things on this, on the starting position, is don't have your shoulders forward. You want to be up straight and tall where you're lengthening that muscle in the starting position, all right? So for this one, you're going to start straight and tall and then bring your pinkies up towards the front of your shoulders and then back down. Now this is a little bit of a twist. That twist really adds that forearm component to this exercise. So you're gonna pull up. Now it's important, I'm not swinging with my back or rounding forward to the dumbbells. You're going all the way up. Having that chest up really lets your muscle fully contract and then fully extend, where you have tension down here. You should feel a little bit of tension in your upper arm in this exercise. So you're twisting up and then back down. Okay? That twist gets a little bit more of that forearm in. Now, if that's a little bit weird and you don't want to do the twist, you can break these into 2 different exercises. One of them is called, I call this a straight curl, where your palms are up. Same thing as before, you're bringing your palms up to your shoulders and then back down. There's just no twist involved. So you're just coming straight up and straight down. Now with this, you get less of that forearm though. So to hit the forearm, you're gonna do what's called a hammer curl. So this, the thumbs stay straight up and it's just like you're hammering a nail. With the dumbbell, you're coming up and then hammering down. Now don't let it just drop. You want to slow the descent, even though you're sort of mimicking a hammering motion. You want to bring those down slowly and really feel a burn or a tension in that forearm. Right in here, especially that brachioradialis. That's that muscle that runs right across the elbow down into your arm, down to that forearm. And that will get some of the bicep, but more of that brachioradialis, all right? Now, if you feel like, oh, your back, you're having a little bit of back pain from that, you feel like it's putting extra strain on your back, you can always do these in a chair instead. So what we can do, so same thing as before, but in a chair. So you're using that chair to help support your back. You can do hammer curls up. Now it's important, you're using that chair with your shoulders. You don't want to be rounded forward, doing like this. You want to keep your chest up for the hammer curl or the straight curl, or combine the 2 for the twist, for that full bicep curl. All right? Now, if you feel comfortable with that, you should do, I would aim for at least 5 of those. And if you can, try and get it all the way up to 15 where you feel that burn in your upper arm. If you get to the point where you really want to increase the amount of tension in that bicep because you feel like you're feeling a little more confident with it, what you can do, still using a chair, is you can put your elbow on the chair, go from an almost straight position, and then from here bring your palm up to your shoulder and then back out straight. Now this is, I've heard it called a preacher curl. Let me know in the comments if you have a different name for this one or if you have heard a different name for it. They also have machines set up for this, but this is how I would do it with a dumbbell. I like doing this one at a time where I can really focus in on getting maximum tension in my bicep doing this exercise. So you do each side once with a dumbbell. Now for triceps, there's a couple different ways of doing that. So for triceps, those are the muscles that run the back of the arm back here. I started out doing a lot of what are called tricep kickbacks, where you're leaning forward, you've got your elbow bent, you want your chest facing towards the ground, and then you're kicking back with the dumbbell. Now these are an okay exercise, there's nothing wrong with them, but I found that it's really hard for me to actually get my tricep tired doing that. I was feeling it more in my elbow, more in my shoulder, and wasn't getting the tricep work, this muscle back in here, back in the back of the arm. Now the reason for that is because you have actually 3 different pieces of the tricep, and this one only gets sort of the outside pieces. To get this long piece that goes right down the middle where it's the biggest piece of it, what you can do is a tricep extension. So for this, you're gonna lay on your back. Now, it's very important, you wanna bring your elbows higher than your shoulders. That's what's going to get more tension onto that tricep, and tension is what equals better strength, usually. So from here, you're going to bend your elbows so your hands come down to your ears, and then back out straight, keeping those elbows high. See how my elbows don't drop down below my shoulders? You want to keep them up to keep that tension, and then straight. And that's going to get that, what's called the long head of that tricep, the middle section of that tricep to work. So keeping those elbows high and above your shoulders, up down to your ears, and then back. Now, for tricep too, if you don't want to lay on the ground, what you can do is bring the dumbbells up to your ears, go from here, just make sure I'm not going to hit anything, and you're going to twist up. This works your shoulders as well as the muscles in the back of your arms. Now it's not as isolated for the tricep as the other exercise, so you might be limited by your shoulder strength on this one. So the deltoid and some of the trap might be involved in this one. So these muscles can get tired faster than the tricep. So if you feel like you aren't being limited by those muscles, this is a great exercise for doing a combination of a couple different muscles at once. So I believe this is called an Arnold press because it has the twist. But let me know in the comments if you've heard it called something else. All right, so the last exercise, we're actually gonna go straight into this shoulder. You've got this deltoid muscle that forms a cap around the ball and socket of the shoulder. So it's sort of forms the top part of that arm look. So for this, we're gonna do a lateral raise. What you're gonna do is start with your hand right at your side, and you want it straight in line with your shoulder, and then you're going to lift up to the side, and then back down. Now, important thing on this one, you don't wanna lift your shoulder up as you're doing this. That's turning on those traps, those neck muscles right in here. We wanna lift from the deltoid, which is right in here. So don't let your shoulder come up like this. If I do that, my shoulder is only gonna go this high really, and I'm not really getting the same exercise. That's more of a shrug. And it's not a good shrug either. Shrugs should be straight up and down. So we're gonna do up, trying to keep that shoulder down. You can even take this hand and help hold it. I like doing this in a mirror because it gives you a visual indicator that your shoulder is not coming up towards your ear, staying down. We lift up and then back. And then same thing on the other side. You can do this with both hands at once if you would like. I find starting out though, it's a lot easier to isolate to really get that mind muscle connection where you feel the tension in the muscle, to do it one at a time where you really dial it in. Now, important thing, when you're doing it, you want to go straight out to the side. If you're looking in the mirror and it's out here, you're actually getting more of the front portion, not that middle portion of the deltoid muscle. Getting more of that movement. It's not a bad movement, it's just putting more emphasis on a different part. So if you want nice even distribution of weight across that deltoid, you want to go straight out to the side and then back. All right? So those are some of the common things I found that have helped me that I needed to adjust. I needed to have it straight out and not be using my traps to engage on that one, where I can really feel it in my deltoids. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments or in the chat. And I hope to see you guys next time. So we do these every Wednesday at around 2. And I always love questions. I can either answer them in the live streams, or if they come in, sometimes I'm able to answer them with a shorter, quick video, but it all depends. So hope to see you guys next time.